Hey everyone, Dream here. Welcome or welcome back. Today we're going to be looking into your crushes, thoughts, and feelings. So we have here three piles, we have symbols, we have rocks. You guys can pick based on a pile, based on the symbol, or based on the color of the rock. With that being said, I'll give you guys a moment to see which pile you feel most drawn to. And after you're done choosing your pile, you can always scroll down to the comment section below or description box to find your timestamp that's going to link you to your personal reading. So without further ado, let's get into this. Hey group one, if you guys chose this green rock, welcome to your reading. So this is your crushes, thoughts, and feelings. So before we get into this, let us start with your symbols. And in case you guys were wondering why these two were flipped, that's because we have Leo and Libra. I did not want you guys to be like to see the sign and then pick the reading based on those. If you are a Leo or a Libra or your person is so that's that. And then here we have the throat chakra, we have summer, the time symbol, or yeah, time running out, and then we have eggs. So let me start with the three eggs here. Now the eggs in general represent birth. They represent fertility, so making me feel like for you and this person that you're thinking about, you have a crush on, there may be a rebirth or a new birth, or it could be also representing potential for growth. So for those of you who are not talking to this person, there may be something that is about to ignite soon. Others of you, if you are already talking to this person, there may be some growth there. Next, you have here the summer, and then you have this time symbol. I don't know if you guys can see this. Now, putting these two together, the first thought that comes to mind is Summertime Sadness, the song by Lana Del Rey. But other than that, I feel like this like summer could be significance to you and your person. It could be that you met this person in the summer, or you may be reconnecting with them, for those of you who are not communicating with your person sometime in the summer or upcoming summer. Other than that, I feel like summer in general represents like an overall sense of warmth, of happiness, like the sun is shining. So that could be the way that your person views you, as in you are somebody who is, they feel comfortable being around, somebody who is warm. But put that aside, here you have the time, or like, I don't know what to call this, but I think you guys know what it is. It's like time running out, making me feel like time could be something of significance here. It could be that your person feels if time is running out on them, if they don't reach out, if they don't communicate, because we do have here the throat chakra. So communication, I feel like when it comes to this reading, could be a key factor when it comes to you and your person, but we will find out more, or see if we will find out more. So let's put these aside and get into the reading. And you guys have here the Eight of Pentacles reversed, you have the Queen of Swords reversed, you have the King of Cups, Seven of Pentacles reversed, Ace of Swords, Knight of Cups, Page of Swords, and the Chariot. Okay, so we have very strong on water. We have like it's Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Leo, and Air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So let's get into this. First things first, like this is very obvious to me that this person is very much into you. You guys, look at that. You have the Chariot, King of Cups, Knight of Cups, Ace of Swords. Like there's a lot of what seems like potential for growth with like talking about the eggs here. Another thing that makes me like with the eggs here, it's like the thought that is coming to mind is putting all your eggs in one basket, as in maybe this person has, you know, focused on you and like put everything onto you. It's like if anything is going to work out, it has to be with this person being you, or possibly nothing. That could be for some of you out there, but that aside, I feel like this person is definitely like, there is definitely feelings that are going on here. But I'm looking at the Queen of Swords in reverse, and usually the Queen of Swords upright, this is somebody who does not beat around the bush. This is somebody who's like very straightforward, says things how they are. But reverse this and you have somebody who's beating around the bush, somebody who's holding back like things that they want to say to you, express to you, but they're not doing so. Or you guys may be communicating, but there are things that are still hidden. Others of you, I feel like this could be your person simply feeling that you are possibly being closed off. Maybe you're not communicating as much or as much as they want to. There could be lack of clarity here, because if you look at this, we also have here the throat chakra. So there could be struggles there in terms of communication, a need for better communication, especially if you look at the Eight of Pentacles here in reverse and the Ace of Swords. This is regarding something that needs to be worked on. There could be some challenges within this relationship between you and this person. And when I say relationship, it doesn't have to be that you guys are together or communicating. It could be anything. This is your relationship in general or connection. And so there may be challenges here that may act as obstacles between you two. But in order to prevent that, I feel like your person feels like there should be more communication, as in, again, communication is key when it comes to this. Seven of Pentacles in reverse and the Chariot, there seems to be something that is bothering your person, because looking at the Chariot, this is all about like forward movement, wanting success. This is victory, bringing your person or your victories home. So in this case, that would be you. But with the Seven of Pentacles, it's like there is something here that is moving really slow, or they have been putting in the work, the effort, but they're not reaping the results. So that could be the challenges that are between you two, or this person is putting in effort but they're not reaping the rewards, and that is creating some form of like frustration or sadness or discontentment. And for the most part, I feel like there is something that is going on here behind the scenes. But also, if you look at the Queen of Swords here, this is like often you'll find with the Queen of Swords, especially when in reverse, this is like your emotions getting the best of you, as opposed to like thinking from a logical or practical point of view. The Queen of Swords often, when reversed, allows her emotions to kind of get in the way, regardless if we're talking about a male, female, doesn't matter. Here we're talking energies. So I feel like this person or you could be holding back due to emotions. So for some of you, if your person feels like you are not communicating enough, I feel like there is some form of confusion in terms of like feelings. Maybe they feel like you're holding back, maybe you're not sure about them, you're hiding something, you're not being very like forward with them. And others of you, if you are communicating, I feel like there are things that are like clearly bothering your person, but they're not talking about them, and they're kind of holding back because they fear possibly some form of like conflict between you two. Because like for the most part, this is somebody who's really into you, they have their eye on you. If you guys constantly see this person, you'll often realize that this person looks at you a lot or keeps staring at you even if you don't see them. So they're trying to get to know you, they're curious about you. But other than that, if like for those of you who are not in communication with this person, you'll find that this person may be checking you out, checking out your social media, maybe looking at your pictures more often. So that is that. But so far it looks very like this is somebody who's definitely into you, but there seems to be challenges and curiosity revolving around something, and for the most part it's causing some emotions to be held back, or probably lack of proper communications, or things that should be said but are not, so because of like something that is going on between you two. So moving forward, and you guys have here the Chariot, you have the Seven of Cups, the Two of Cups, look at that, and the King of Wands. Okay, so you have the Chariot and the Chariot twice here. And if you look at this, Chariot clarifying the Ace of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. This is all about forward movement. This is all about victories. And then you have the Ace of Swords. This is also about the victories and winning a situation. So clearly clarifying here the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. There's something here that your person wants to win. There seems to be opposing factors between you two. That could be in terms of thoughts. Maybe there are things between you two that you do not agree about. I would say for a lot of you, be careful, especially here with the Seven of Cups. It's like if you look at the cups, you'll often find that there are cups that are holding really good stuff, but other cups are holding like negative stuff, such as like a snake, like a head, or like things that may not be just not pleasing. You want jewelry, you want a house, because that represents abundance, that represents security, safety. So clearly there seems to be like more than one thing going on in this situation. There is the bad and there is the good, and that needs to be taken into consideration, because if you have disagreements, I feel like your person kind of senses that and they would want to fix that. But oftentimes you'll find that maybe your person has a like it disagrees with a lot of things that you do and they're not happy about, but because of how much they're into you, I feel like they may want to make sure that things are okay and that these challenges or oppositions between you two, whatever they are, they're not going to act as an obstacle anytime soon, moving forward. Next, you have here the Two of Cups and, the King of Wands. These like cards overall are really good, are really positive and like really beautiful because Two of Cups, the Page of Swords, and the King of Cups. This is somebody who is looking towards a future. This is somebody who, like, as an overall, finds that there is a lot of commonalities between you two. I'm not sure if commonality is even a word, but there is a lot that you guys have in common. They see you working together, but as far as these obstacles, they want to make sure, or like these challenges, they want to make sure that they're not going to act as an obstacle as an overall. And finally, here with the King of Wands, this is somebody who it has a lot of drive, a lot of ambition, a lot of passion, similar to Leo here. So your person could be a fire sign or could be a Leo, or that could be you. Put that with the Chariot, and like oftentimes, especially with somebody who's like very passionate about something, you'll find that this frustration if things are not moving forward kind of doubles because of how much you're into it or how much you want to win, or how much, say for example, this person wants to make sure that there are no challenges or conflicts between you two because they want to get closer, they want to pursue you, but they don't want to almost ruin everything. With Libra here, it almost feels like your person wants to keep things like balanced and avoid any sort of conflict between you two. And with Leo, the King of Wands here, and like the Queen of Swords, like all the water signs, and then you have the King of Wands and Leo, this is very clear that this is somebody who could be acting oftentimes like from their emotional point of view. It's like their emotions a lot of times get the best of them, and that could be something that you see. Or if you feel like this person is acting weird, that could be because of their emotions, because this is somebody who just simply like let their emotions get the best of them. Or for others of you, I feel like this person may have a sense or a feeling that there is not something here that you are not okay with, and I feel like they want to resolve that before it creates further problems or challenges. So let us get into your messages here, and we have some pre-shoveled messages for you guys. So let's see what your person would want to say to you. It all comes down to timing. So there you go. You have here all comes down to timing, and then you have here the time symbol. So there is definitely something regarding time here. Either it's running out or things will sort themselves out, with time, with proper communication, with patience, with opening up. For the most part, I've hidden how deep my feelings really are. Others of you, I feel like you can simply just reverse that. That could be simply your person feeling that from you, as in you're holding back. There is something here that you do not like, and they want to sort that out with you. And it's creating some form of like frustration or worry within your person. I keep comparing others to you. I know I messed up everything. So for those of you who knew this person and maybe you are no longer in communication, maybe they want some form of like rebirth, and it all comes down to timing. Next, you guys have here, I've been a complete fool thinking that the grass would be greener on the other side, but it wasn't. Like speaking on like grass being greener on the other side, you have like Chariot here twice. For a lot of you, there could be a case of distance, as in like maybe you moved away, they moved away, or there needs to be any form of travel in order to get to each other. For others of you, I feel like this could also simply be talking about somebody who tried to move away from you only to realize that it was like kind of to no avail. They ended up coming back to you. So the grass was not greener on the other side. They felt like they were still attached, unfinished business, and they want to see where that would lead once finished. Next, you guys have here, other people were interfering and trying to control me. So that could be part of the challenges that you and your person were facing here. Next, you have, I'm struggling with money at the moment and need to focus on this first. You know what? We do have like the Eight of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles, and they're both in reverse. These are the only pentacles that we have in this reading, and they're both in reverse. So there could be some money struggles for some of you. Next, you have, I need to stop fighting what I'm feeling and just take action, but I really struggle with communication. Lack of action, probably because there are hidden fears within your person. I'm feeling confused. I don't know what I want. how to get through this, what is going on. That could be attached to the Queen of Swords here being in reverse in terms of like confusion of like how to act, how to move forward, what to say, how to fix this mess that is secretly going on behind the scenes, or a potential for mess to develop here. That could be what the three eggs are talking about here. The more I push you away, the more I long for you. So again, that's for those of you who this person moved like away from, or you moved away from them. I've been a complete fool thinking that the grass was greener on the other side. Then you have, I see you in my dreams. You're the last thing on my mind before I go to sleep, and the first thing on my mind when I wake up. Next, you have I'm struggling and suffering more than I am letting on. For the most part, I feel like there could be struggles within, like mental struggles within your person that they're not necessarily vocalizing or talking about. But others of you, I feel like this is more so attached to somebody who you are not in communication with. But I'll leave that up to you. Obviously, you guys would know better. And finally, before we end this, let us get some initials and see what we get. Okay. So you guys have here L, you have R, X, could be an X for some, B, and S. So L, R, B, X, and S. Don't be or feel discouraged if your person's initials don't come up. It could be your initials, or it could be something relating or of significant to you and your crush. So that would be all for you, group one. Let me know how you guys felt about this reading, if it resonated, if you enjoyed it. I'd appreciate if you guys would hit that thumbs up, and I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. So if you guys want to see more videos or readings like this moving forward, you can always subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next reading. Bye. Hey, group two, if you guys chose this blue rock, welcome to your reading. So let us start with your symbols. And you guys have here snowflake, lighthouse, whale, witch's pot, calendar, and a target. First things first, with the target here, for a lot of you, you could be this person's target, because I also have here the calendar, as in you are on this person's timeline, or they think about you a lot. Others of you, this could simply be just your person being aware that you have your eye on them and that you are interested in them. So that is something that did not pass by them. Does that make sense? I hope so. And then here with the calendar, making me think, like I said earlier, that they have something in store for you. But with like this snowflake, put this with the calendar, and this could be regarding winter time, as in this could be of significance as to when you met this person, or something that is about to happen in the near future, or them having plans for you in the winter. It could be this winter, it could be the like next year's winter, but winter could be of significance. Another thing with the snowflake here is that you'll often find that, not often, like snowflakes are different from one another. Not one snowflake looks like the other, so that represents uniqueness. So that could be the way that this person views you, sees you. And then you have here the witch's pot. Now, witch's pot, the first thing that comes to mind is something that is being cooked, so making me feel like that there are plans that are happening here. Put this with the target, the calendar, and there could be plans that are happening behind the scenes, as in this person has you on mind. They're planning to do something for you in the near future, or get to know you in the near future, or something that relates to you. So they already have plans in mind for you. But other than that, I feel like this is like somebody who has been enchanted by you, spelled by you. This could be somebody who's trying to spell you, get closer to you, or you may be throwing spells at this person, trying to attract them. Either way, this is making me think that there are things that are going behind, or being cooked behind the scenes. Next, you have here, and I believe this is the sperm whale, and sperm whales are called the protectors of the ocean, because they often look after fish. They save them from sharks. There's a lot of instances where they save humans. So this could be somebody who feels very protective over you, possibly jealous over you. Clearly, someone who is interested in you, thinks about you a lot. And then you have here the lighthouse. Now, the first thing with lighthouse is obviously the clear thing, which is guidance. So that could be like your person, you're feeling confused about how you feel towards them, or your feelings in like in general, trying to discover those or figure those out, trying to find the way possibly to your heart to win you over. But other than that, that. With the lighthouse, this makes me think of isolation, seclusivity, if that is even a word, like somebody who's being seclusive, maybe them feeling like you are like pushing them away, or you may be feeling that this person is pushing you away. Somebody is isolated, somebody is kind of hard to understand, and they're trying to get to know them better. And so therefore the whole cooking and planning happening behind the scenes, let us know or learn further and try to tie everything together here. So we have pre-shuffled messages for you guys. Let us get into this reading. And you guys have here the Four of Cups reversed. You have the Four of Swords, the King of Swords, the Star, Justice, the High Priestess in reverse. You have the Eight of Wands and a Page of Cups. Okay, so we have here Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Yeah, very strong on air and water. So let us get into this. Okay, so there is one thing that is being clear here, or something is clear here, is that you and this person must be communicating. As in, I do see some give and take between you two, or if you're not communicating, you at least maybe like you see this person often. Maybe you guys work together, go to school together, or you have like specific friend groups that keep uniting you two together. But there is some form of like connection there. You must see them at one point or communicate with them at one point, because clearly you have a calendar here, you have a target, somebody is planning for something that they know is going to come up. So they are, I feel like for the most part, of being or preparing themselves for it. So you have a King of Swords here. This is also about somebody who's like very calculative and has like a lot of thoughts going on at the same time. Now here's the thing, I'm looking at the King of Swords here and the High Priestess. This is a very, very masculine energy, especially with the High Priestess in reverse. Like this is somebody who's very attached to their masculine side. It often, forgets the feminine side, or are not that in touch with their feminine side. So there you'll find that there is this imbalance between the two, making me feel like for a lot of you, this could be the way that this person is acting towards you, or this is how they feel like you are acting towards them. So somebody here is very much in their masculine side. Somebody here is not opening up or not being emotional with the other, because I'm looking here at the Eight of Wands, and it's being reflected by the King of Swords, making me feel like somebody here is trying to create that forward movement, is trying to create that momentum, but it almost feels like they're being faced in return with this rigidity. Somebody who's trying to be probably protective over themselves, or maybe one of you is opening up, but the other is not as open. So that could be you. It could be that this person is trying to get closer to you. This is somebody who's trying to understand you, but they feel like you're not opening up, you're not getting closer, you feel very protective. If not, feel free to reverse the roles. It could be that you are trying to get closer to this person, but you feel like you're being faced with this rigidity, and that could be simply because this person does not know how to open up. They don't know how to be emotional. It could be because they were raised that way. It could be because of like their personality, like as is growing up. This is something that they're not used to. So if that's the case, that's that. But if they are trying to open up for it to you, or they're being talkative, they may be feeling like they are being, they don't, it's like they don't understand the way that you're acting towards them. And if they are being closed, some of you, I feel like your person, you'll find that the way that they imply that they like you or that they're interested in you is through acts of service. Maybe they give you a cup of coffee, maybe they give you compliments, anything of that sort, but anything but opening up or trying to be emotional, if that makes sense. But as an overall, looking here at the Star and the Page of Cups, there is clearly some form of interest here. Somebody who wants to get closer to you, somebody who wants to get to know you better. In your person's head, I feel like you are the star. You are the main character, because if you look at here at the Four of Cups being in reverse, like there is one focus on your person's mind, and you also have here the target, making me feel like this person definitely has you on mind. Like you are definitely being targeted here, but there is something here that they feel the need to kind of do right. There's something here that needs to be kept in balance. And if this person does not understand fully how you feel towards them, that could be their way of dealing with the situation, being a bit stiff, being a bit calculated, Others of you, it's like no matter if whether this person knows that you like them or not, that could be their way of dealing with situations in general. This could be a case of somebody who has been hurt in the past, and so in order to kind of cope with future relationship, this is how they go about it. They're calculated, they like to take their time, they like to take things slow, but deep down, like I feel like for the most part there is a lot that they may be holding back, or a lot that they're not talking about, because they feel like there could be some risk attached to it and they don't want to open up too soon. But again, you guys feel free to reverse the roles if you feel like it fits better. Next, you guys have here the Four of Wands. You have the Two of Wands in reverse, the Two of Pentacles, and you have the Ace of Wands in reverse. Yeah, Ace of Wands in reverse, the Star, and the Page of Cups. There's definitely, I feel like, that question of like, is this person interested in me? So that could be a case of your person not knowing if you are completely interested in them. And so often you'll find with the Ace of Wands is that there is this passion or creativity within a person, but they're hesitating to kind of go forward with, to kind of apply, to go after. So this could be a case here. And if you look at here, the Two of Wands in reverse, clarifying the High Priestess, and the Four of Swords. The Two of Wands often talks about, stagnation on one part, but on the other hand, it talks about indecisiveness. And for the most part, that's because this person does not know how to feel about the situation. And so they don't know what decision to make here. So you'll find that this person is in a state of stagnation. They're kind of holding back. They're overthinking the situation. They're trying to figure you out. So you'll find that behind the scenes, they're maybe cooking and planning and try to figure you out, and a lot of calculations happening. If you look at the Four of Wands here, these like four wands often will symbolize a door, or like an opening, and this could be your person trying to find a way to you, to get to you, to cross these doors. But with the Two of Pentacles here, they're being very careful, especially clarifying the King of Swords here and the Eight of Wands. It's like this is somebody who wants forward movement, but they're also being very careful about how, like, very careful about their steps. So you'll find again that there's a lot of calculations, because if you look at the Two of Pentacles here, this person is juggling these pentacles, or in this case you can say balls. And when a when a juggler, or I don't know, a clown who juggles, like whoever does the juggling, you'll find that they have to be really careful while juggling these balls, because if one ball falls out, the show is ruined. So I feel like there's something here that needs to be taken into consideration, especially if you look at the Page of Cups here too, with the fish in the cup. This fish can easily just jump out. So there is some form of a risk factor, especially from your person's point of view. And for the most part, it could be regarding somebody here being closed off, or feeling like somebody is not as interested, while the other could be giving more. So there could be that fear of like, I don't want there to be imbalance. I don't want to push too much or not give too much, knowing that this person is giving their all. So if you're being open, you're being communicative, and your person is holding back, that could be because that's how they are as a person. They're very rigid, they're not very in touch with their feminine side, regardless of gender here. Others of you, that could be you doing that, and so your person is feeling the need to be careful in order not to be too much or push too much. So there could be risk factors, but obviously there could be other risk factors related to this, outside risk factors. So finally, here we have pre-shuffled messages for you guys, and you have here, I could not let you get close to me. So there you go. Somebody may not be opening up. So that could be your person. Maybe they have difficulties with opening up. They have difficulties with communication, or just as an overall showing emotion. So that could be related to their past, something that happened in their past, the way that they grew up, or them as a person. I worry about us a lot. You have, I'm just doing what I have to do right now. No other compares to you. There you go. I definitely feel like this is somebody who's like interested in you, who has interest in you, and wants to do, for the most part, things right. They want to do right by you, and you'll often find that this person, if they have some personal issues, or they're not in, balance. Another thing about the sperm whale here is that it also represents emotional balance. So that could be something that your person is not ready for yet, regarding hurt, or feeling like there needs to be like they need to work on themselves more, or they need to be at a point where they feel like they are ready to open up. So they want to do things right by you. So you'll find that are going to hold back if they're not ready, or if they feel like you're not ready, they're not going to push, too hard until they are sure that you are ready for, things to progress. I truly hope you think about me too. Next, you guys have here, ever since I met you, nothing in my life seems to make sense anymore. My whole world has been turned upside down. I feel so confused. There you go, the High Priestess in reverse. There's definitely a lot of confusion on your person's part. I think making me feel like with the whole symbols here and everything, like this person has a hard time maybe understanding you, but obviously you reverse the situation if it fits you better. I've been so irritated lately not hearing from you. So there you go for those of you who maybe they're used to hearing from you, but something changed and yeah, they're irritated. If only you knew how much those little moments with you matter to me. I know that you are the other half of me. Wow, okay. I found myself when I found you. Other people were interfering and trying to control me. I believe I got that for group number one as well. And that could be the risk that they feel like they need to calculate or, take into account. Other people, I want a new beginning with you. Could be friends, could be family. I want a new beginning with you. And I was wearing masks, but you could see right through them. So if like you may have a hunch about this person, I would say trust your gut. And before we end this, let us get some initials. Okay, so we have here the letter S. So two S's, so double initials here. We have the letter L. We have the letter P, X, and G. So two S's, L, X, P, and G. So that would be all for you, group one. Let me know how you guys felt about this reading. If it resonated, if you guys enjoyed it, I'd appreciate if you guys would hit that thumbs up, and I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. And if you guys want to see more readings like this moving forward, you can always subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next reading, hopefully. Bye. Hey, group three, if you guys chose this red, well, it looks like a red bean, but orange rock, welcome to your reading. So let us get into this, and we're going to start with your symbols. So to start with this, if you guys are wondering why this was flipped, or if you even noticed, that's because this is a Scorpio, and I did not want that to interfere with your intuition, because you could be a Scorpio, your person could be a Scorpio, and I didn't want you guys to pick the pile based on that, if that makes sense. So needless to say, we have Scorpio here, we have a dream catcher, clown, jack in the box, a forest, and a fish. Now, this is interesting because the fish and the forest, I 100% believe that I got that in another reading, this exact combination of the fish and the forest. And what I said about that, and I feel like that still applies in this situation. First of all, we have here, for those of you who were not there for that reading or did not even pick that pile, you may not have no idea what I'm talking about, but the fish here, this is a salmon fish, and oftentimes you'll find that salmon fish kind of lives or thrives in fresh waters, but they often migrate into salty waters that they should not be in, and so waters that often endanger them. So a lot of times you'll find that the salmon fish has like that 50-50 chance of survival, like because either they're being fished by humans or they're being eaten by other fish. So there's always that 50-50 chance. And then you have here the forest. And first thing about the forest is that it represents fertility, it represents growth. So for a lot of you, that could be something that this person is seeking with you. But other than that, it also talks about mystery, the unknown, uncharted territory. So if you put the salmon fish with the forest here, I feel like there's something, or one of you is walking into uncharted territory, something that is unknown and is yet to be discovered. So there needs to be that carefulness. Next, you have here the dream catcher, making me feel that for those of you who find that there is mystery about this person, or there's a lot of things that you find hard to kind of understand, this could be a sign for you that you may be receiving signs through dreams. Maybe you're dreaming about them. If not, I feel like this could simply be an indication that this person thinks about you to the point where they end up dreaming about you. Next, you guys have here the clown and the jack in the box. Now, this is a very interesting theme, but before we get into that, the first thing that I noticed about this is that this like talks about or symbolizes the element of a surprise, as in like anything can happen at any moment, like anything could happen. So there's something here that is going to show up as an element of surprise. It's going to hit you out of nowhere, unexpected. Next, you have here the clown. So with the clown, I see two things. One is that it reminds me of the fool, talking about a new beginnings, it taking chances, jumping into the unknown, similar to the fish and the forest here. It's like taking a chance on something that is unknown or yet to be discovered. But another thing, if you put these two together, and it gives me a feeling of clownery. So you can say that the fool is courageous, adventurous, and all that, but the fool can sometimes tend to be a literal fool. So that could be like with the salmon here, the forest. This could be a sign to be careful of something that is unknown or is going on behind the scene, not to make a fool out of yourself. So that could be related to your person, that could be related to you. We will try and find out within this reading. So let us get into this. So we have pre-shuffled messages for you guys. Next, we have here the Queen of Cups. You have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, the Six of Wands, the Hanged Man, Five of Swords in reverse, Five of Cups reversed, the Devil, and Six of Swords in reverse. Okay, so before we get into this, they're very interesting. We have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, we have Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So I would say very watery and earthy in this reading, but we still have more cards to come. We still may have more signs if I do remember to mention them. So let us get into this. Okay, starting here with the devil. Now, this is very interesting because the devil often speaks about a temptation, also talks about deception, but it also talks about obsession. So put that here with the Hanged Man and the Six of Swords, and you have here the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. These four are really big on stagnation. There is something here that is definitely going on behind the scenes that is preventing you and this person from coming together. Some of you, I feel like here with the devil, this could be a case of somebody already having a partner, such like maybe you have a partner, they have a partner that is acting as a form of obstacle preventing you from coming together. If not, there is something here behind the scenes that is acting as an obstacle or creating stagnation, specifically here when it comes to your person. There seems to be this inability to kind of move forward to do something. Also, you have here with the Six of Swords, oftentimes when reversed, talks about like literally a rocky boat. Like this is going to be a bumpy, rocky journey. This is something that is not possibly going to be easy, or you may have already sensed that the tension between you two, or this whole journey between you and your person is a bit difficult, or it's hard to get to each other. There's a lot of restrictions, but for the most part with the devil here, making me feel like there is something here that is opposing, as in like there's something here that may or should not be happening, but it's like either parties, or specifically here your party is ready to kind of ruin something in order to be with you, if that makes sense. Because I'm looking at the Queen of Cups here and the Six of Wands, and now when it comes to emotion, when it comes to feelings, definitely there, like there's 100% something there, that attachment, that desire, that wanting or having their eye on you. This is somebody who definitely sees you, has their eye on you, but there could be challenges between you two. And if you look here at the Five of Swords in reverse, now put this upright, and you're talking about three people that went into a fight and the person ended up winning, but at the same time this person winning came with other losses, or you could say sacrifices. Literally here with the Hanged Man, there could have been sacrifices attached to this. So oftentimes when you find this in reverse, it's like walk away from something before it's too late, or it's not worth going to something that could possibly end up hurting you. So that could be an encouragement for you to kind of walk away, or that could be your person's thought process, as in there's something here that may end up hurting them, because like emotionally, sure, there is that attachment. When it comes to desirability, sure, it's there. Could it be lost? It could, but as far as they know, there are feelings there that they want to, discover, especially here with the clown. I said that this could be like on one part or one side, I see this as the fool. So there's something here that they want to take the risk for, they want to go after. But at the same time, I feel like there's a lot here that is kind of stopping them. Now, with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, Knight of Pentacles, you'll often find that, sure, on one part, this is like stagnation, restriction, but on the other, you'll often find, especially when in reverse, that the Knight of Pentacles kind of leaves a project unfinished, leaves a project undone. So there's something here that may not be completed, or at least to your person, it's like this is a journey that kind of is impossible, or if we go through this, we not may not be able to make it all the way, or that could be your thought process. So there seems to be a sense of disappointment attached to this due to the restriction. There seems to be this feel of like I need to probably walk away from this despite the disappointment, but there could be other opportunities for me out there. I do not like what I'm like choosing. I'm not happy with this. If it were up to them, it's like I would go for these three cups, but I'm kind of forced to take these two other cups due to something that is, for the most part, holding them back. Others of you, when I said here with the clown and the Jack in the Box, definitely, like literally with the fish, something fishy going on here. So some form of clownery. So there could be promises that are this person, and to be completely honest with you, they're not going to come through with the Five of Swords. It's like walk away before you break your own heart. Sometimes you're maybe thinking from a very emotional point of view, but you should be more practical, more logical. And so there could be warning signs here, but that's maybe I could be going too far, but others of you, I feel like this is just like a forbidden apple type of thing. There's something that is restricting you or acting as an obstacle from you both coming together, and there's a sense of disappointment here and inability to kind of move away from these feelings. As in, I'm so attached to them. I want them. I want to pursue them. So you definitely caught their eye. Moving forward, and you guys have here the Seven of Pentacles. You have here, actually, I do remember like this happened for you guys. You got two cards here, you got two cards here, and Ten of Pentacles, a Queen of Cups. You also have the Hierophant, Seven of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, and Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, you got more cards than intended, but that is okay. So here with the Seven of Pentacles reversed and the Eight of Pentacles, clarifying the Queen of Cups and the Five of Swords. I mean, listen, with the Seven of Pentacles, this is another card talking about that sense of disappointment, which is like very evident in this reading. And with the Seven of Pentacles, especially when in reverse, oftentimes you'll find that this is like I've invested so much time and energy into something, but I am yet to reap the rewards. As in, I have been patient for so long, but the results are not here yet. Again, giving me a sense of something that was not completed. So you may have met this person or something happened between you two, but it did not get the chance to kind of take off or turn into something changed. You discovered something prevented you from being together. So there is that sense of disappointment because like all this time and energy, and I did not get what it is that I desire here. So with Eight of Pentacles, there seems to be, or there needs to be that like more work applied to this, try to resolve these problems behind the scenes in order to get to that and desired result. And next you guys have here the Hierophant and the Seven of Wands. You have restriction here, and then you have commitment. So this is very interesting. The Hierophant and the Devil, another card making me feel like there are commitments that are happening here. Either you are with a person, your person is, or your person could have a partner, or there could be a situation such as, say, for example, here, a job. Your person could literally be married to their job, and their job is kind of preventing them or pushing them away from you. Or they could be married to, say, their family. They cannot let go of their family if their family does not agree with you. There's something here that is going on behind the scenes that with the Hierophant, this often also talks about indoctrination. So it's like trying to control somebody, trying to impose certain ideas onto somebody. So there could be things that are going on behind the scenes that are preventing your person from moving forward to you. And despite the disappointment, it's like I cannot do anything away from this because in a way it's like I'm held hostage to my responsibilities, or it's like I feel obliged to kind of walk away or stop this or not continue forward. There is something here that they can promise you, but at the end of the day they cannot probably come through with, so they're kind of holding back in order not to hurt you. And with the Seven of Wands, clearly this is talking about restrictions. And if you look at this specific deck, you'll find that this person is jumping on, I don't know, logs. I don't know what it is, but it's like kind of being careful about your steps, because one misstep and you'll fall into this river or ocean or water, whatever it is. Moving forward, you guys have here the Ten of Cups clarifying the Six of Wands and the Devil. Now, with the Ten of Cups, this is giving me a sense of like that happily ever after, that security, but it almost makes me feel clarifying the Devil and the Six of Wands, despite what it is. Like, I feel like both parties would want this. Both parties would want this Ten of Cups, but in order to get to this Ten of Cups with the Devil here and the Hanged Man, there could be things that need to be sacrificed, or things that you need to go against or oppose here in order to make that happen. So there definitely seems to be restrictions behind the scenes, but these restrictions may act as obstacles to this happily ever after, and may end up creating more chaos than good. So that question would be here, is it worth the risk? Next, you guys have here the Queen of Cups in reverse, more water signs. We have Taurus here, and yeah, again, very strong on earth and water. So with the Queen of Cups here, especially in reverse, I think for the most part, this person, like, due to these restriction, whatever is holding you back from each other, there seems to be that emotional, it's like, I'm not happy about this. It's creating a lot of internal emotional imbalance. I want to change this. I want to do something about this. I'm holding on to these feelings, and these feelings are almost affecting them, talking about your person here. So on the other hand, I also feel like this could be a case of like, I'm holding back, or I cannot move towards you, as in I'm stuck, because maybe knowing that if they move towards you, they're going to end up breaking your heart, or as an overall, there will be emotional imbalance. So maybe it's best to kind of stick with what it is that you are going through, or at least try to resolve it here with the Eight of Pentacles before moving forward, to ensure the success of this whole situation between you two. So there's definitely something here that is going on behind the scenes. And let me tell you guys have your Scorpio. Scorpios are really, like, I mean, if anything, I do believe like Scorpios invented secrecy. Scorpios tend to be really secretive. So with this, put that with the reading, and there's definitely something here that is either unknown or not being shown to you, acting as an obstacle, or maybe you know about it, but you definitely do not know the full story. So there's a lot of warning signs about this that talk about, be aware. Don't go into something until you kind of figure it out. Or sometimes it's best to leave something behind, because, the more you get into it, the more that there will be heartbreak or heartache. So to whom that may concern, let us get into the messages here. And you guys have, I'm not willing to open up right now. So there you go. That could be regarding secrecy, things that they feel like they cannot talk to you about. You have, it was my fault, but I blamed you. You are the one. Yeah, definitely. There could be a case of obsession, somebody who's stuck on you, thinking about you a lot. It's really hard for me to open up. I'm not willing to open up right now because it's really hard for them to open up. Next, you have, my love for you scares me, because maybe they seem to be unable to let it go, and with everything that's going on in their life, it's like, it's terrible to feel that way, because like, you want it so much, and so not being able to go after it but still being hung up on it is kind of scary. You are still the only one I want. You are the one, you are still the only one I want. Wow, okay. There is so much more going on than you realize, but it's easier for me to pretend that everything is okay than to deal with what I'm going, or what I'm feeling. Can I even read? With the whole, like, because I was thinking about like the whole forest and fish, like things going on behind the scenes. You are the only one who gets me and knows of the real me. There you go. I miss you so much. I wish I could tell you this. You were never the problem. I was just caught up in my own pain. You have, I have faith in us still. Do you? And I feel so lost without you. I'm heartbroken over you. That could be this Queen of Cups in reverse. And before we end this, I'm going to try and get some letters for you guys, or initials. Okay. Wow, okay. We got, okay, the most for you guys. So we have V, we have V, we have Z, we have Y, the letter C. I'm gonna bring those here because it's really hard for me. Okay, so we have V, Z, Y, two Y's, so double initials here. We have P, Q, J, another Z or Z. We have the letter G, O, no, that's an M, Q, and C. So we have G, J, P, double two Y's, V, two Z's, Q, O, M. That's a P. So two P's, J, G, C, Y, V, Z, Z, M, O, Q. There you go, group three. Let me know how you guys felt about this reading. If it resonated, if you guys enjoyed it, make sure to hit that thumbs up. I'll deeply appreciate it. And I'd love to hear your thoughts down below regarding this reading. And if you guys want to see more readings like this moving forward, you can always subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next reading, hopefully. Bye.